Dealing with difficult days, how to move forward when life feels heavy. Good morning and welcome. Today is about what you do when you're facing bad days. Difficult days will always come. They are a part of everyone's life. You may be putting in consistent effort day after day, working hard, staying disciplined. And then suddenly, you hit a wall. Illness, exhaustion, emotional pain, unexpected events. You feel low. Your energy drops. Your motivation weakens. So what do you do on those hard days? Because how you handle those moments, that's what builds your strength. Your momentum is not just built on the good days. It's deeply influenced by what you do on the bad ones. When it gets hard, keep going. On difficult days, it's easy to say, "Today's not my day. I'm not doing anything." But that mindset pulls you backward. The real courage lies in moving forward, even if you're crawling. Even if you can't move at the usual pace, just keep the direction forward. Even a small step matters. Surviving the day without quitting is progress. Life is unpredictable, but your mindset doesn't have to be there. Will be times of uncertainty. Maybe a financial struggle, a relationship breakdown, a serious illness, an accident, or simply a low energy, no motivation kind of day. Life is full of events you cannot plan for, but you can train your mind for them. You can build a mentality so solid that even on the worst days, you still move forward. What you do on the bad days becomes your identity. Every step you take, even on the hard days, shapes your self-image. You are telling yourself, if I can keep going like this now, imagine what I can do on my good days. You start realizing your own strength, your own potential, your inner power. That is how resilience is built. That is how character is forged. Your mind will fight, you don't let it win. When times are hard, your mind will tempt you to quit. It will give you every excuse. This is not the time. You deserve rest. This can wait. It sounds reasonable, but it holds you back. What you need is hope, and you give yourself hope through action. You push through not because it is easy, but because you believe in your future. Self-talk, your most powerful ally. In tough times, your internal dialogue matters the most. If you've worked on building a strong mindset, you'll hear yourself say, "I can do this. Keep going. One step at a time." That self-talk keeps you going. It becomes your light in the dark. Everyone faces adversity, but not everyone rises. Every person, no matter how strong or successful, faces hard times. Even the greats feel low sometimes. But what makes them great is that they keep going. They know how to push through adversity. They've trained for it. They've practiced discomfort. Martin Luther King Jr. said it best. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving forward. This quote captures it all. On bad days, you may not be able to run. You may not be able to walk, but you can still crawl. And that counts. Momentum is built in the hardest moments. When you push through during your worst moments, you prove something deep to yourself, not with words, but with action. You tell yourself, "I am strong. I can endure. I am not giving up." This becomes evidence, not for the world, but for you. Good days will come, but don't wait for them. Yes, there will be easy days. Days filled with motivation and flow. On those days, it is easy to give your best. But what about the days when life punches you in the gut? On those days, even giving 30% effort feels like a battle. Still, that effort matters more than a perfect performance on a good day. That is the day that defines you. It's not about what happens, it's about how you respond. Life is not what happens to you. It is how you react to what happens. You can't control all events, but you can control your response. There's a quote that says, 10% of life is what happens to you. 90% is how you respond. And that is true. Discipline is the anchor in chaos. When life is uncertain, discipline is your anchor. Consistency becomes your compass. And though it is hard to be consistent in the bad times, that is exactly when it matters most. That is when habits are tested. That is when your true foundation is revealed. Bad days are a test. Don't let them break you. When you're physically okay and mentally well, rising is easier. But when you're down, do not break. Do not turn backward. Because pushing forward on those days matters even more than what you do on your best days. Adversity shapes legacy. How you handle adversity becomes your legacy. That is how you inspire others. Thank you. That is how you show what is possible even on the hardest days. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep moving. Final thought, you may not be able to give 100% every day. But even if you give what you can, that matters.